Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in all of these companies. Okay guys, first we have to talk a little bit, because I was uploading this video about Cryptology Asset Group on Saturday, and I was criticized in the comments for uploading this. Because I said here recorded 5 weeks ago for my Patreons. And I didn't say this because I want to make you aware that you have to be a Patreon to get this early. I said this because the numbers in this video could be old. Many things happened in the last 5 weeks, so that you maybe do a little bit research about this company and don't trust these numbers 100% because Bitcoin was at $35,000 at that time. So that's why I put it in this title here that you see very fast. Okay, it's a little bit older. Maybe I have to do a little bit on research. That's why I put this into the title. And yeah, this stock in the last 5 weeks made like 30%. So if you invested in my miners, I show you every day on YouTube, you would have made a lot more than 100%. So it was not a good investment in the last 5 weeks, but it's now starting to show some signs that there could be a takeoff soon. I don't know, but it was a lot more liquidity in the last few days, and that's why I was thinking, which content could I provide for my YouTube community on Saturday? And I decided to take this video. Last week it was KR1, because I thought, yeah, this stock could take off, and it took off last week. Then this week I thought, okay, it could be Cryptology Asset Group, which is an interesting company. I don't say that it will take off, but it's now getting more and more interesting, this company, in my opinion. Yes, and that's why I was sharing it, and I was criticized for this, and yeah, that was very interesting for me. People think, I do this YouTube here for fame, or yeah, to grow like crazy, or something like this. No, I can tell you, I don't do this for that. I want to make a lot of money in this bull run, and I make a lot of money right now, that I'm able to retire after this bull run. I will not retire. I will start my own business. I will create value for the world. That's what I want to do. And to be honest, these YouTube videos, they create a lot of opportunity costs for me. I mean, I invest every day like 2 or 3 hours to put the content together, to do my model, to do Patreon, and to all this stuff. It's 2 to 3 hours. So I start at 8 p.m. and I work until 10 or 11 p.m. To complete all this stuff. So there's basically no free time. I have a private life. I have a 9-to-5 job, which is a lot of responsibilities there, and it's not easy for me. So basically I earn, let's say, $5 a day for a YouTube video. But with a good trade, when I would do these 2 or 3 hours into research for my own portfolio, I could make, let's say, once a salary for 1 year per day. Not every day, but with some good decisions, I could make this. So these are huge opportunity costs, and I have a lot of stress at home because I do this stuff. So please next time think about this when you're criticizing me, because I don't have to do this. I don't need YouTube. I don't need this fame. I really want to make a lot of money this year, to prosper, and I think I want to share my knowledge with you, that you can make also a lot of money. But I will not do this to be famous, to get like 100,000 subscribers or so. I don't care about this. I mean, sometimes I celebrate a little bit, and it's sometimes cool to be a little bit famous, but I know that after the bull run, you could be very fast a loser, and a lot of people will turn against you if you're not so successful anymore. Okay, so that being said, let's move on. Yeah, miners are going mainstream. Wow. Michael Saylor did it again. He said here, what happens when all the publicly traded Bitcoin miners stop selling Bitcoin and start buying it to hodl, using publicly issued equity and debt to cover their expenses? BTC stock to flow goes to infinity, then it goes negative. Yes, and then Eric Okamoto answered here. This is the CEO of Mara. Right on point, sir. Marathon has held all Bitcoin we mine, and we will continue to do so, barring any unforeseen circumstances. We also purchased 150 million of Bitcoin. It's now worth 277 million. So we can see the move from Mara was smart. I said this that time. It was not stupid because there were no miners available anymore. Yeah, and then there was a tweet from Michael Saylor, or a retweet. He tweeted Hut 8 mining. Operational update here. Bitcoin holdings surpass 3,000 Bitcoin mined per day. Bitcoin holdings here per day in January. So, I mean, this is huge. Michael Saylor retweeted Hut 8 here. I always said Hut 8 needs a trigger. This could be the trigger because Michael Saylor has more than 500,000 followers on Twitter, and it's growing every day. He is one of the biggest influencers, in my opinion, in the crypto space right now, especially for Bitcoin. So this is really huge for Hut 8, especially with the rise in price right now in Bitcoin. I mean, we don't know where it is gonna be tomorrow, but right now it's above 58,000 US dollars. And yeah, these Bitcoin holdings of Hut 8, they're increasing like now crazy in value. So this could be the perfect storm right now for Hut 8. We will see tomorrow, but I'm happy that this is my biggest position in my portfolio. You always have to be patient. You have to wait for the trigger. This could be the trigger. We will see. Okay, let's go to the data. The operational excellence here. So last week, so I have here the comparison last week and this week. Last week we were at 35 cents per day per terahash in peak here. So now we're at 40 cents per day per terahash. So we can see this bull run goes a little bit crazy. It looks more and more like a super cycle or like stock to flow cross asset. And yeah, my curve is a little bit down here. So I'm very happy about this. Bitcoin is stronger than I thought. Also Ethereum is doing very good. Also Zcash is doing very good. So we are very soon back on this model here. Very nice. So yeah, the operational excellence, the 10-day moving average, 30-day and 90-day. So here is the last week and this week here. So in Ethereum we have no big changes. Hive Blockchain is still #1 here. On the 10-day it's close to 450,000 US dollars, and the daily gross mining margin here. On the 30-day we have risen here like 370,000 US dollars per day on the last 30 days in average. Yes, and we can see also the Bitcoin miners are rising here. Like Hut 8 is like 230,000 on the 10-day. Last time it was 180,000. We can see this for Bitfarms, close to 250,000. Argo Blockchain close to 200,000. Wow, that looks very good. They are mining a lot of Bitcoins right now and the value is going crazy. Okay, then we have the hash rate in 2021. So right now we're here. So Hut 8 should be right now still the #1 with 1.07 exahash. Riot 1.06 exahash. But Bitfarms will soon surpass them. Maybe they have this weekend because they said they installed new miners. So they will have in the next 20 days 1.3 exahash here. But also Riot should increase. So this is really the hash wars here, or the arms race, very exciting here. So they're all fighting for spot #1. We will see. So this is my forecast here. So this could change very fast. Yeah, then we have the daily gross mining margins here. We can see Hive Blockchain is making a lot of money every day. There were days they had like 500,000 in gross mining margin per day. So this is really amazing. Yeah, then we have Riot, Bitfarms. They are all like between $200,000, $300,000 per day. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, the OPEC 3, so the operational excellence, the first indicator for my BMX and BMXI model. Hive Blockchain is still the leader here at 125 million US dollars. Then we have Riot, Bitfarms, Hut 8, Argo Blockchain, and Mara. So then we have HODLX. We have Mara #1, Hut 8 #2, Hive Blockchain #3, Riot #4, Argo Blockchain #5, and Bitfarms #6. What is really interesting is that Bitfarms is starting to hodl like crazy. They say they will have like 500 Bitcoins within the next 30 days or something like this. So I think this will increase significantly here soon. We will see. Yeah, it's a very good strategy. So all the miners are now hodling like crazy. And I was always saying that hodl is very important, and that's why these miners are doing it. Then we have the strategic excellence. There we have Mara at #1. They will receive a lot of miners this year. We have Hive Blockchain number 2, we have Riot number 3, we have HUD8 number 4. HUD8 increased here a little bit because, yeah, there was a little mistake in my model. I still had the repayment of the debt in May, but yeah, I think they should have paid down the debt with the offering. So yeah, that's why they have risen a little bit here. Then we have Argo Blockchain and we have Bitfarms. Okay, let's move on. So the BMX, the BLONITY's minor excellence in absolute terms, it's Mara number 1, HUD8 number 2, number 2, Hive number 3, Riot number 4, Argo Blockchain number 5, oh no, Bitfarms number 5, and Argo Blockchain now number 6 here. So they're very close together here. Yes. You can see these changes from the last week. For example, here for HUD8, they increased a little bit their hash rate, and yes, they did a very good job here in the hodlings. Yeah, the hodls increased very significantly here because they have a lot of bitcoins on the balance sheet, and when the price of Bitcoin rises, the holdings rises very fast, and that's why they have an advantage. And Bitfarms, they increased their hash rate from 1.2 to 1.3 exahash. Also, I increased the cache here. And yes, let's move on. Then we have the BMXI. We have still HUD8 number 1. They are still crazy undervalued in my opinion. This is my model. A lot of people are criticizing me on Twitter and they say, oh, Bitfarms is more undervalued. Yeah, this is my model here. Do your own model. I don't care about this. So HUD8 number 1, Bitfarms number 2, Hive number 3. So these are the most undervalued right now. Then very close Argo Blockchain. I mean, Argo has risen like crazy in the last few weeks, and that's why they're down a little bit. Argo is still a great company. I mean, Peter Wall, he didn't create just a company, he created a brand. Argo Blockchain is right now a brand. People love Argo. People would do everything for Argo. And I love this company too. But I mean, it's like in the last 2 weeks or so, it's up 200 or 300% or something like this, like crazy. And HUD8 is up like 30% or something like this. So I think if you are objective, you can see that HUD8 right now is a little bit more undervalued, for example, than Argo Blockchain. I mean, then we have Mara very close. With Mara, it's very interesting. They ordered a lot of miners and they have this schedule when they will deploy these miners. I mean, if they can get these 10 exahash operational until the end of the year, then this valuation here is okay. But they promised a lot and they have to show us now that they can deliver. So they have to deploy a lot of miners in the upcoming month, and we will look there very closely whether this works or not. So in my model, the schedule of these miners deliveries is included, but if they delay it, Mara will drop. So this is going to be very interesting, and yeah, we will see. I'm very bullish on Mara. The people love Mara. They're traded on Nasdaq, so they have a big advantage. But now we want to see more hash rate. Yeah, and then I experimented a little bit with KR1 here, and yeah, I mean, you cannot compare it perfect with the miners, so that's why I will not include it into this model. I was starting to develop these KSXI, these BSXI, sorry, BLONITY Staking Excellence Indicator. And yeah, the short calculation was, it was like 1.8 or something like this. So it was like 4 times higher than HUD, for example. So it showed that KR1 is still crazy undervalued, but I mean, they have a lot of altcoins in their portfolio. They can drop like crazy and they can pump like crazy. So it's a lot less stable than Bitcoin. But we have seen Polkadot rising like crazy over the weekend. So I mean, I think KR1 is a very good buy in my opinion for this bull run. We have to keep an eye on Polkadot especially, and on the staking rate and all these things. I will not include this here because it's very different. I'm not an expert in the staking companies. I will focus on the miners here, but I'm happy that I have KR1 big in my portfolio. Okay, let's move on. Okay, guys, we have to be always patient. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. I see a lot of people criticizing, for example, HUD8, and they always scream this word, when Nasdaq, and all this stuff. I cannot hear this anymore. Do you really think that that HUD8 will not apply tomorrow for Nasdaq if they could? There are a lot of agencies like the SEC, they have to approve this, and these agencies are typically very slow. So you have to apply for this, you have to wait a few weeks, then maybe they answer. I will tell you a story about Germany. I heard there was a guy, he wanted to start a company in the last few months, and he was sending emails to the agency and no one responded. And then he did again, and then they called them, and then someone answered him. And he said, yeah, I want to start my company, where are my documents and all this stuff? And they said, why do you want to start a company while there's coronavirus? Okay, and that's how a lot of these agencies and these departments think. So please don't go to HUD8 or to Argo and say, guys, you have to go to Nasdaq now. I mean, yeah, the Argo followers, they did it with a lot more fun, and that was cool. I mean, it's all about fun, but at HUD8 or Bitfarms, people were like angry, screaming at them, and I don't like this. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more happy about a 10x gain. For example, HUD8 in the last 4 months, they have a 10x gain. Bitfarms has more than 10x, like 20x from the lows now. Also Hive Blockchain, Argo has like 30x, and yes, I cannot hear this anymore. I will not answer anything like this anymore. I'm a little bit frustrated about these impatient people. Okay, let's move on. How many X since BMX version 0.3? So this was December. So last week we had this miners here. So we can see Argo did it again from 20x to 30x. We have Bitfarms from 8x to 14x. HUD8 here is still very low from 5.9 to 7.3x. So I expect an explosion here soon for HUD8. 3.7 to 6.5. Mara from 8 to 9 here, and Riot from 5.8 to 8.4. So it was also very good for Riot here. So you can see all these miners are growing like crazy, what I expected 1 year ago, and the strategy works so far. And yeah, I think that's also a reason why I don't do a lot of analysis right now about some different companies, some newcomers. I mean, I have my portfolio right now for the bull run. I mean, I changed a little bit. I added KR1 because I saw, okay, this is a huge opportunity. But I don't have to add like 20 or 30 companies or high risk companies. I have these runners here and they will perform very well in this bull run, I guess. Maybe not all of them, but the most of them. These are my blue chips. I know everything about these companies. Maybe not everything, but I know a lot about these companies. And yeah, I share my knowledge on YouTube with you about these companies. I'm not responsible to analyze every company you want that I analyze. No, I share my knowledge with you that you can prosper, and you can decide, do you what I do, or do you what you think to do. Do always your own due diligence. Don't trust me, don't trust anyone. I always say this. So let's move on. My portfolio's X since September 2020, it's now 2,500%. Since December, it's 1,000%. This month, it's 157%. And this week, last week, it was 57%. So it's very successful right now, the strategy. But you can see Argo had like 30x. So if I was all in, would have gone all into Argo, I would have made more X. But I think I did it with a lot less risk, because it's very risky to go all in on one company. So I had huge gains in Argo, and I think other companies, maybe for example HUD8, can maybe perform a little bit in the short term better. But again, I love Argo, I love Bitfarms, I love HUD8, I love Hive Blockchain, I love KR1, I love Mara, I love all these crypto companies. And the only thing what I do is to show you which one has a little bit more potential right now, because it's a little bit oversold, for example. So the RSI is rising right now above 80. So I will start next week to go a little bit into cash. I will share my thoughts here and on Patreon. Yeah, what I'm doing there. I will start tomorrow, I guess, because the risk rises right now. Okay, For more information, please go to patreon.com/BLONITY. I think I don't provide a lot more value on Patreon. It's more the community right now. We have this Discord channel, which is so great. We have like more than 500 members right now. And it's not only about me that I show you everything and I do analysis. There are a lot of good people. They share their thoughts there. We're discussing there. I think this is the big benefit of Patreon. And we have the Telegram group here and a lot of other stuff. So yes, guys, it's gonna be a rough ride. There will be 50% drops in one day. Can you handle this volatility? To succeed, you need a lot of know-how and nerves of steel. Part 2, the BLONITY forecast for 2021. Today I have only the share price forecast for 2021. Hive Blockchain 35 to 46, HUD 8 165 to 220, Bitfarms 37 to 49, Argo from 19 to 25, Mara from 379 to 505, and Riot from 210 to 280. Right now it looks a little bit that Bitfarms and Argo seem a little bit low compared to the others in my opinion. So I will check the model again if there's something wrong or so. And yeah, and these numbers is my forecast if Bitcoin goes to $200,000. Okay guys, so all models are wrong, but some are useful. Please be always aware of this. And yeah, I want to tell you again that I'm not doing YouTube to be famous or to be rich or something like this. I mean, last week there was a tweet from a guy. I think I had this in a video a few days ago. He said, okay, yeah, with the Argo gains, he was able to buy a house. And he said thank you to me because I made this analysis about Argo Blockchain in November. And this is the reason why I'm doing YouTube. I mean, I could make a lot of more money when I invest my time into trading and do my modeling and all this stuff. I mean, I get $5 a YouTube video. So I really do it to help you guys that you can, yeah, to benefit from this insane time. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime chance, and it could change a lot of lives for people and for the average Joe, not the rich people. I don't care about the rich. I'm thinking about you and me, like the average Joes, and that's why I'm doing it. And yeah, so that being said, I think we're gonna have a great week next week. We will see, but yeah, the greed is also now rising, so we have to be always patient and yeah, be very careful. Okay guys, so thank you very much and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.